I came home drunk and threw up on my shirt, so my girlfriend's friends decided it would be in my best interest to strip me completely and give me an entire sponge bath, and their reaction when I woke up told me everything I needed to know. So I, 20M, went out partying with a few buddies and we all came back wasted. I live with my girlfriend and I came home extremely drunk. My friends put me to bed and left. My girlfriend, 19F, had 2 or 3 friends over. I ended up throwing up on myself and my girlfriend came to check up on me and saw some puke on me. So she and her friends lugged me to the bathroom, took all my clothes off, and gave me a bath. Like a scrubbing everything with a sponge bath, butt naked. I was semi-conscious at the time and half aware of what was happening but barely able to move. I mumbled stop and no a few times but I don't think they really heard. Even drunk me was humiliated to be naked in front of all my girlfriend's face. So they washed me then put me to bed with a blanket over me, without putting clothes on me. I woke up hungover the next day and could see I was naked under the covers. I immediately put clothes on and my girlfriend and her friends had slept over, they were doing a movie night thing, and they were already up. They all started giggling and I felt super self-conscious. One of them complimented me and said I was handsome. I told them I was totally not okay with what they did. Their expressions immediately changed and they all started yelling they just helped me and I had no leg to stand on. I reiterated they were not allowed to wash me without my consent, especially if I was able to talk and I was going to be talking to someone about it. They freaked out but I pushed past them and left. I haven't gone back yet but I've been getting tons of texts begging me not to do anything. They keep saying when you're drunk friends are supposed to help you out and clean you up. So now I'm asking, should I? Should I do something about this? What do I do? Am I wrong to feel exposed? Commenter. God damn, they basically essayed you. And the fact that they don't want you to tell anyone shows that they did something they shouldn't have. And no, you're not wrong for feeling like this. You were violated. And if I was in your shoes I would take legal action. It would make sense if it was only your GF that washed you, but the fact that she let her friends do it too. Emo is a complete lack of respect. Up. It is SA, right? My friends are over right now and the girls are saying it's not because they were just trying to help and I'm too heavy for my girlfriend to carry by herself. They're maintaining they didn't touch me in any way so it's not wrong. I need validation, I'm going out of my mind here. Commenter 2. If I was wasted and some guy took all my clothes off and washed me while I was incapacitated, I would probably take legal action. Up. That's what I was thinking, but they're calling it a favor so they didn't leave me to fester and puke. Update. Hi again everyone, I'm the little crybaby batch whose girlfriend and her friends gave me a group bath. Sound weird yet? To clarify, I was fine with them helping me go to the tub, but my GF knew I was uncomfortable with her friends being there and trust me, she did not need their help. I've cleaned her up before and she's cleaned me up once before and she did it on her own. These are her friends, not mine, we don't have a relationship. They touched me all over while I was vulnerable and without clothes. That's disgusting and they 100% knew what they were doing wrong. We've all gotten drunk before, we're in college, it happens. Not often, but every now and then and we help each other out. But my girlfriend had permission to help me out, not her friends. Just like how she gives me permission to help her out, not her friends. They all stayed there. They knew they should have left. I told them to stop. Anyway, the point isn't that, it's the update. I was staying at my friend's house and he was on my side, thankfully. My GF stopped by to talk when he was out and showed up at the door. When I saw her through the peephole, the first thing I did was start a video on my phone in my pocket. She started explaining to me they were helping me out and I needed their help. I cut her off and asked her how she'd feel if my friends and I bathed her. She got quiet and said it wasn't the same thing, girls are more vulnerable than boys and it was her and her friends' natural maternal instinct to take care of me. I asked her real talk, why didn't she tell her friends to leave? She didn't say anything for a while and then after some grilling she finally replied she did, but they asked to stay because they didn't think she could handle it herself. I asked why she didn't say no because she knew she could, she's done it once before, and she said they wanted to stay so she let them. They said just in case and insisted, so what's the harm? I asked why, and she shrugged. She started crying. I asked her why they didn't leave me in my boxers. She said they were dirty. I said no, she could have easily poured water with the handheld shower head and they would have cleaned. I puked on my shirt. I asked her again but she stayed firm on them being dirty and she definitely had to remove them. She sort of shut off then, but I told her I wouldn't be able to forgive her if she didn't tell me exactly what happened and why. I hugged her and said I had to know or else we were done. She was hesitant but I swore up and down I wouldn't take it to the police, I just wanted to know. She finally agreed and I asked if they heard me tell them to stop and she said she had heard me say something and shake my head but she didn't know what I said. I went back to our place after the conversation and after she went to sleep I took out her phone. Yes, okay, I'm a snoop, I'm wrong, but I had to know. We know each other's passwords so I opened it and went to her texts. I texted them from her, asking if they knew what I had mumbled. One claimed not to have heard anything, the other two admitted they'd heard me mumble stop but I was drunk and needed their help. I screenshotted the texts. There were some texts directly after the event where one commented, "Well, that was fun." Maybe sarcastic, maybe not, nevertheless I don't like it. I left afterward, back to my friend's place and texted my GF I wasn't quite ready to continue our relationship but we'd see how it went. The reason I'm posting this is because I want some advice. I have evidence of what they did, screenshots of texts and a voice recording. The question I'm asking now is, should I take it to the RA or the SA department? I know now they chose to stay in there after my GF asked them to leave and my GF let them stay in there. I know they physically bathed me when I was immobile and didn't need more than one person. But is this reason enough to go to authorities? I haven't told our mutuals about the incident because that may lead to ostracization and I don't know where I want to go with this. I'm not ready to let it go, but should I report it? Our college has a firm policy on things like this. It's not a little thing. They investigate all claims, whatever they are, carefully. Better ask judgment-free internet strangers than actual people in my life. Let me have it, guys. Commenter 1. Look, do you think they were generally trying to help? I guess it comes down to that. If you thought it was some situation where they were being intrusive, laughing and teasing, or just being weird, then maybe you do need to report it. If they were being pretty somber and just trying to help a girl get her boyfriend cleaned up, then maybe that is different. Yeah, if the sexes were reversed then it is a no-brainer, but they weren't. Was it boneheaded stupid of them? Sure. Do you need to escalate it? I don't know. I know for a fact they did not have good intentions. I didn't know for sure beforehand, but now it's confirmed because my GF told them to leave and they wanted to stay. She's fully capable of cleaning me up herself. She did it once before and I've done it to her multiple times. She said go, they said insisted on staying. Texts confirmed they wanted to stay. Commenter 2. I am extremely disappointed by the responses to this post. I've defended this sub before against allegations of double standards, but I see now where it really stands. Reverse the sexes in this and there would be no highly upvoted posts about just get over it and they were just helping. Disgusting. Yeah bro, let me reword this. I puked on my shirt, my girlfriend and her friends give me a sponge bath while I tell them no twice. Yes, I'd 100% rather sleep in my own vomit. To me, cleaning up goes as far as taking someone's shirt off and wiping their face with a washcloth. If I absolutely had to be bathed, why did they take my boxers off? And why were her friends there?